Welcome back for the second part of our gazebo tutorial. If you need the material list again, it's in the first part. And let's just start right away. So we'll be starting in front of the building. We're going to go in and we're going to turn. We'll be putting chests in each of these empty spaces above the pillars. So there should be 2 double chests in each of those spaces. I'll be putting smokers right at the top of the pillars. We need to face away from them so that the front of the smoker isn't visible on the outside, just like that. I'm putting spruce trap doors on both sides of each smoker. And then a grindstone at the bottom, and then a chain, and then a lantern. And we'll do that for these other ones as well. And we're going to go do that on the other side as well. So we did it on this side, and now we're going to move over to this one. So we'll put our chests in. Oops. We'll put our smokers in. Right in front of each pillar at the top. Our trap doors on the sides of them. Grindstone, chain, lantern. Grindstone, chain, lantern. Grindstone, chain, and lantern. And so just like how this is, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So in the same places, there won't be one on this beam because it's taller and it doesn't match the same, but those 3 and those 3, you can do those. So your other side will now look the same as the front. And now in this front left section, well, right if you're on the outside, we're going to go to this corner, and diagonally, we're going to have a rug. So 1 diagonally, and then it's going to be 13 long, and I'm going to skip some spaces, and it's going to go 3 wide. And so you're just going to do a random kind of thing here. In the spaces that I skipped, I'm going to put regular wool. And then we'll just kind of have a little rug like that. And we'll do the same on this other side. So we'll go brown carpet, 1 diagonally from the end, from the corner. It's going to be 13 long, and we'll just skip some spaces. So just like that. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So in the same places on the left and the right. Now we have all 4 rugs in. We'll be starting in the front again. From this front left pillar right here, the first one when you walk in on your left, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the 7th, you're going to place a composter. Just like that. So it'll be 1 over and then another 3 over from this rug. It should be lined up with this pillar. And then once again, lined up with this pillar, we're going to go the same distance and place a composter. So these 2 should line up now. They'll be 4 apart. We're going to go over another 4, place a composter. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. 4 over, place another, 4 over, place another. Just like that. We're going to bring these beams up. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So right up to the ceiling. We're going to do the same with all the other ones. The nice thing about those smokers is that if you want to use them, you can, but they're also just decorative, so they're not really in the way. And the chests have slabs above them out there, so you can still open those, even though they have a ceiling right on top of them. Now that we've finished all these pillars, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then there's going to be a beam that goes across. So it'll attach it to the end wall, just like that. And then it'll attach these two, and these two again. And in the center here, we will have a beam that's just one higher, and it goes all the way across. And so now we'll go back one lower. So just like that. And then in the exact center of the center beam, we're going to bring it up 2 as well. So just to the ceiling like that. And so what we're going to do now is you can go back, watch this again if you need to, or you can just copy it. We're going to copy it to this side over here. So it'll be the same distance from this back wall. And so you can do that. So it'll look just like this. We'll have the pillars on each side when you're coming down from this direction, from the right to the left. And we're going to add in our lights now. So on each pillar, we're going to go up just one above where the beam is that goes across. And we'll put a lever. We'll flip it down. So it'll be even with the higher beam. And we'll do that in every pillar. And you'll be doing this on both sides as well. So you'll put a fence post under that, a chain, and then a lantern. So fence post, chain, lantern. Fence post, chain, lantern. All our fence posts, all our lanterns. And so you'll do the same thing on this other side of the beams. And then you'll do the same thing on both sides of those beams as well. So you can do that. So now we're looking like this. We got our lanterns on both sides of both of our pillars. And we'll be putting in our chest now. So in between each of these pillars, I'm going to fill this space with spruce planks. You can fill it with what you want. It's not going to be visible because there's going to be barrels on both sides in front of all of them. They're just a filler to fill in that gap. You can fill it in with something else. You can just put torches in between it. If you want to use chests instead of barrels, though, you will see them on the inside. I just like barrels because they take up the whole space and don't look like they're slightly floating above each other like how chests do in chest rooms. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to have these planks, and then we'll have barrels on both sides. So in front of every plank, there should be a barrel. So basically everywhere except for the pillars. And it's 4 wide, so it does work out still. If you want to do chests, you'll have 2 double chests. So it'll look just like that. And then we do the same thing on the back. And if you don't want these to all be chests, you could always put furnaces or something in. You could have just a big wall of furnaces. You could have an automatic wall of furnaces. We are going to have a little automatic furnace thing in the center, so you might not need it. And so what we did for this section, just like this, you're going to do it for that one, and that one, and that one. So you can do that. So here we are with all of our barrels in now. Another thing we're going to do real quick is we're going to add a spruce trap door to the top of all the barrels. So you can do that. I already put all mine in except for this one. And so now we'll be making a rug in this center section. So it'll be on the left and right side. It'll be in line with the barrels. So one over from the barrel, we're gonna empty all this spruce out. And it'll go all the way to one from the end. So you should just have one spruce plank at the end. Then everything in the center should be emptied. And what we're going to do here is in the corners, we will use waxed exposed copper. We'll go 3 over. Well, the fourth will be another one. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Do the same on the opposite sides. So it should look just like that. We'll connect all of them with brown mushroom block. So go in along all the edges and connecting them across. And now we're going to have yellow glazed terracotta in the corners. So we'll have to start from this side. We'll be facing this way because we want the brown in the corner with the brown. And so then we'll turn, 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 just like that. And then we'll do this next one. So they should look like that. And on the inside, we're going to add blocks of gold everywhere except the center, and the center will be raw gold. Now, if you don't like this or it's too expensive for you, you could always do a different rug design, or you could just not do a rug at all. It's up to you. I feel like another thing that would look good is some sort of green, since the roof has the moss mixed in with it, and it's in spruce areas. But what you can do now is copy this rug to the other side, so it'll be at the same point, just like this. These will be the corners. And so you can go back and watch again, or just copy it from over there. Do it here too. So now that we have both of our rugs in, we're going to be going from the front. You go in and you go to the left, so the side that doesn't have an entrance. We're going to go down here. We're going to put an ender chest in the center. And then we're going to put a crafting table on each side so that you just have these. And they're kind of in a place that looks nice. It doesn't look too weird. If you don't have the ender chest yet, you can always just add it in when you get it. Now we're going to go up to the ceiling. So if you're looking at these pillars, we're going to go to this one here. So it'll be the third one from the end, sort of, if you include the outside pillar. We're going to go up directly to the center, so the highest point in the roof, and you're going to knock out the slab that's there, and you're going to put a smoker there. So just like that, it should be lined up with that pillar. We're going to turn so that we're facing just the other direction, not the front or back. And we're going to put a grindstone. On the bottom of that, we're going to put a cobblestone wall. And then we're going to put a spruce fence going down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So like that, it should be that long. It should go 5 down the spruce fence. So at the second one from the top, we're going to put a fence on each side. And each of those will go down 1 more. And then each of those bottom ones will go out 1. And then diagonals, we're going to add 1 to the diagonal and bring it down 1. So in between each of those ones we just placed, the lowest ones, we'll put 1 in diagonally, bring it down 1, diagonally, bring it down 1. So in the corners, just like that. So it should look like this from the bottom, and this from the side. Now we're going to move on to chains. So we'll start the middle one, And then the lowest 4 besides that, so the ones around the corners. And then these ones sticking out farthest. So just like that. So you should be able to see like this, like the only ones that don't are these ones that are way up there that are attached to the main pole. Everything else should have a chain, so you should have 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9 chains. And now we're just going to add lanterns to the bottom of each of those. And we'll have this beautiful chandelier. So look just like that. And you're going to mirror it to the other side. So you can just go back and watch it again. I'm going to show you just to make sure you know it's in the right spot. So it'll be the same over here. It'll be the third pillar from the end. And then we'll go right up to the middle, knock out the piece, and put it in the smoker. And you build it right there. So now we have a chandelier on this side too. Should be the same on both sides. And our last thing we're going to do is add in a little furnace section in the middle here. So diagonally from these pillars, we're going to go 1, 2, and on the third we'll put a composter on the bottom. It's the same from this one, 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then 3. We're going to have spruce logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it should go right up to the ceiling. Same on these other ones, so bring them up 11. So they should all look just like that. Now what we're going to do is on the inside, we're going to put lanterns, torches, whatever you want to add some light. Just in the center like that. That way it gives off some light. You get some light to the outside. You're not going to be able to see them, so it doesn't matter what you pick. We're going to have barrels along the bottom of each section. They can face whatever way you want, really. It's just preference. If I can get them to face the way I want, that'd be great. Then we're going to add hoppers on the top of each of the barrels. Then we're going to add furnaces on top of each of the hoppers. Then on top of those furnaces, we're going to add another layer of hoppers. I don't know how people do that thing where they don't move at all, but they place stuff like they crouched. I'm not good at that. I'm sorry. And then we're going to add another section of barrels on top of those. Like I said, not good at it. Now what we can do is add spruce trap doors to the front of each of the hoppers. I just like doing that so I don't see them. I guess if you don't care if you see the empty inside, you don't have to do that. So now up above the barrels, we're going to add stairs. Upside down, just like that. Above that, we're going to add a spruce log going across. And then we're going to add a spruce log going all the way up. And then between those, we're going to add strip spruce logs going all the way up. And so we'll do the same on these sides as well. Stairs first, spruce log across, strip spruce to the ceiling, and then here, the center point, we will have to break the slab that's up there. And then we'll add our log all the way to the ceiling. So for the sides, you'll have to do that because it's where the roof slants and goes up. And then you can just do the same thing to these other two sides, and that's it. So this is how it turned out. Thanks for building it with me. I thought it was fun making a storage build that was outside kind of, since it's in a gazebo and you can see it from everywhere still. So if you liked it too, let me know. I appreciate you all. You're all lovely, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!